Well, it's the next day and we got some goodies. Already showed you the brake pads, or the brake shoes rather. Now we have the spring kit, and then we have the Star Wheel kit along with the emergency brake cables and spring kit. So let's go get them on the vehicle. Alright, let's get started. First, I just want to clean up these pads because this is where the shoes rub. Alright, we already got all that fluid filmed. I'm going to just go ahead and blow the excess off. As you can see, we juiced her down pretty good. I don't know if you noticed this here, but I put these on just so we could wait till the brake parts. I didn't want these pistons to come out if I hit the brake in there or whatever, so just wanted to keep them pistons locked in there. So we'll take that off. Alright, now I don't see a lot of people doing this next step, and these pads that I just ground off the rust of, you want to grease those, because that's where the pads rub. I see a lot of people forgetting this step. You got to do that. I get a little in there too. Just grease it all up real nice. Alright, get all our parts from the kit. The first thing we're going to do is put the emergency brake lever on. That just goes up through this hole here. And then there's actually a washer that goes on, and then you have a retainer. Got like a washer here. Let's find it. Alright, here's that washer that goes on, and then you have this little retainer that goes on. Press that on there. Something's not fitting with that, so I'm gonna opt to leave the washer out because it makes it too thick. See how that slides on nice and that moves nice? That's what you want. You want it to move nice. So I'm gonna opt to leave that washer out, but one does go there. And then, sorry, I was right in your way. I can't see real good either. This sun is just blazing over here. So you put that in there, and then you squeeze these ends. Difficult sometimes. Alright, let's use this one. There we go. That one's better. Just squeeze them together like that so that doesn't come out. And make sure that this isn't binding. It's nice and loose. Next thing that goes on, we're going to connect the emergency brake cable to the lever. Here that is. Slide that spring back a little bit. Whap! latch that on the cable. Oh, I'm sorry, I got it the wrong way here. It actually goes this way. There you go. Should look like that. And then you can put the brake shoe on. Slide that piston in there. There it is. Now we take the pin, slide it through the back. There's a hole back there. You slide it up through. Can you see that? Oh, right in your way. You can't even see that. So that pin will come out like that. And then you put this spring on. And there's this cap with a little slot in it. Just push that on there. Very difficult, especially with a camera in front of you. But you get the point. I'll show you on the next one. Alright, got that side finally. It should look like that. Here's the other side where you can see. Line all that up. Get the pin through the back. Your spring. And then your retainer. There you go. All right, at this point, you want to put on this cable guide and this yellow spring. And just kind of lay that over. You don't want to attach it yet because this has to go on first, the emergency brake cable spring. So you'll put that on there, making sure that this hook is hooking around the back like that, because it's got a hook on that lower deal down there. Okay, you just hook that on there, leave that there, and then you can put this, you got a green spring here, latch that in there. Get out your tool. Sorry. Wrong hole. There you go. Get that one in there. Get that one in there. And then you're left with this just hanging down here. So now we got to put this on, and make sure you put a little grease on here, and grease the threads like I already done. And then just put that star wheel in there. I'll give you a better shot of it when I can. I'm hunched over the camera right now. Alright, there's this spring. Let me get you a little shot over here. Because there's a little pin right there. So for this one, it's going to go over the pin You got a little R for right side. It's going to go like that. So you want to latch that over that and then slide it on that pin. Just like that. And then you can put it under your star wheel there. And you hook that, I don't know if you can see it, hook that on it. But I'm forgetting something, which is this spring here. And you also want to put on this bar up here. That'll go in there like that. Put that in there like that. And for this bar, which we want this way, I'm going to put the spring on here. Yeah, I should have put that in there before I put this spring on. It's gonna be difficult. Before you install these two springs, make sure that you got this this spreader bar here for the upper half with the spring in it over here. Then you put on your springs. Then you hook this up to this little lever down here on the star wheel. I know you can't see it, but I'll show it to you after. Alright, that's the finished product there. You see under here how this star wheel rides on this here. That's how you tighten it up. But anyway, that's how it's supposed to look. Got your cable going around there. And your spring, the red spring in the back. Right here. There you go. Finished product. Alright, we finally got both sides handled. A little rusty on the back brakes, but we got them together. And we're just waiting on the drums now. Once the drums get here, not sure if it's going to be today or tomorrow. I'll have to check the tracking, but put the drums on and ship it. Oh, I do have to wire fix the broken wires on the O2 sensor in the back. That's going to be a bear. Looks like we got the drums in. Let's open it up, see what we got. There we are. CarQuest. Nice. Let's get them on. Hit them with the brake clean. And go get it on. Like a glove. Now you wanna make sure that you tighten that star wheel to where these are just dragging. might have went too much. Yeah, I went a little too much. Wait. Oh no, that's about perfect. I have to go put her in neutral. All right, I got her in neutral. Yeah, that's a nice amount of drag right there. It seems hard to turn because I still got to turn a drive shaft, but that's about where you want it. Forgot to tell you on the other side, don't forget your fluid film. Clean this surface here, which I've already done, and then fluid film it. Then you put your drum on and adjust it. Oh, that one feels like it's already good. All right. Don't forget to clean the insides of your wheels and fluid film them as well. I'm not going to put the rear wheels on just yet because I still got to bleed the brakes all the way around and add fluid. Yeah, I'd say she's pretty thirsty. We got out the old self brake bleeder. We got her up to about 10 psi. We got the special adapter on there, and I'm about to open the valve here. All right, open the valve. We filled that up. Let's go to the back. Let me go see if I still got my air in there. Yeah, let's pump it up a little more here. You probably got lots of air in there. All right, a little more than 10. I figured it'd be spitting better than that. There she is. Uh-oh, there it is. That's it. As you can see, I had to whip out the torch. That bleeder screw wasn't coming. All right, folks, that's it for this one. The brakes are bled, as far as they're going to be bled anyway. I couldn't get that rear left bleeder screw open, and I didn't want to snap it off or anything, so I kind of bled it by taking the brake line loose, and I bled it that way. And that's about it. We're not going to get the rear wheel speed sensor because, like I said, this is going to be a yard truck, so it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the speedometer or anything else. The ABS light is on, so the ABS don't work, but like I said, it's not a big deal, and boss says we're not going any further. So that's it. We're going to clean this one up, clean the inside and outside, and ship this one. And we'll talk to the customer, or not the customer, but the donee, because we're donating it to the Army veteran and close friend of ours. We call her family, and we'll see if she wants to be on camera. If she's okay with that, we'll show you the reveal. If not, then I'll tell you no, we're not, and that'll conclude it. I'm gonna get in here and go for one rip for you people. Check engine light is off, and the only light that's on still is that ABS light, but we know that's a wheel speed sensor. So we're just gonna do a little yard test here. Little braking action, not bad. Little spongy. Could use a little more bleeding, of course, but it's all good. It's a yard truck, so let's drive it in the yard. Oh yeah. Brakes are not bad. That's fine. I'm gonna stop right there. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see you at the reveal. So I'm in the truck now. I'm heading to the reveal. We're gonna give it to her, and I'm driving, and I noticed that the temperature sensor must not be working. I'm not seeing any temperature. So they might have ate through those wires too. I don't know, but oh well. I'm done with this truck today. And unless she wants me to work on it some more, that's about it. She's getting what she's getting. It's supposed to be a yard truck. I know I say it all the time, but a yard truck's a yard truck, right? All right, I'll see you there. Well, we got the reveal over with. She didn't want to be on video, so but she did allow me to take a shot of her, so I'll post that up there when I'm doing the editing of the video. But that concludes this one. Needless to say, she was very, very happy and very thankful. So that's it for this one. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.